Hey everyone, this is Destiny and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about starting a profitable trucking business. The very first thing that you need to do is gain experience. Will you be the driver or will you be the investor? That's a very good question for yourself. If you're going to be the driver, you need to go to accredited school and attain your CDL Class A. If you're going to get your CDL, then you need to decide if you're going to start at a company once you get your CDL, or are you just going to jump in your own truck and pretty much be your own operator? The choice is yours, but there are greater risks when you do not have the complete knowledge on how to back, how to maneuver in these different type places. A lot of the times when you are a company driver, you are able to get experience. That's exactly how my husband did it. And I think it was a really good idea to do, because when you are an owner operator, you have so much liability on your hands, and it really doesn't different when you're a company driver. But the only thing is, when you are a company driver, if something happens to the equipment, you really don't have to pay for it. Now, I'm not sitting here saying like if you get in an accident, you won't have any liability on your end, meaning that it's still going to go on your MVR if the accident is your fault. But I want to just let you know that a lot of the times people just jump into trucking. It happens. So I'm not sitting here saying that it's a bad thing, because I know a lot of good truck drivers today that did not go work for anyone else, got their CDLs and jumped right into their truck, and they are successful today. So the choice is yours. The second thing that you need to do is create a business plan. Make sure that in your business plan, you include your personal expenses. A lot of the times people get into trucking and they forget that they have personal expenses. Your business now is supporting you in your personal life, and it has to support the business. Step 3, establish your entity. Now, a lot of the times I get asked this question: Destiny, should I start an LLC or should I do an S Corp or a C Corp? Again, that question is for a CPA, but this is my opinion. My opinion is that you start it as an LLC and then you change to an S Corp or a C Corp, because you can change to an S Corp in a C Corp, but you can't change from an S Corp or a C Corp back to an LLC. So I would suggest that you talk it over with your CPA and decide which one benefits you. Now, you need to remember that you will have annual fees each year. If, like in Maryland, our annual fees are $300. In California, is $800 plus $200 plus $80 for this. So different states have different requirements. Some have a $0 annual fee, but all you have to do is update your business information on that state website. So please make sure that you look below, and I'm going to provide every state annual fee and if you have to do one or not. Step number 4, securing money for startup cars. Now, there are a lot of startup cars that comes with starting a profitable trucking business. You will have your truck, your trailer, compliance files, licensing and registration, things that you have to do to get your company up and running. It's safe to say that you need at least, I would say, between $50,000 to $80,000. We had $80,000 to start our trucking company by securing business credit cards and lines of credit, and we were able to attain that amount of money. My quote is always to use OPM, others people's money, okay? And it's not a bad thing. A lot of the times people do not have $80,000 just sitting in their bank account. And if you do, please let me know, okay? So step number 5 is understand how you will operate in your business. Where would you park your truck and your trailer? Do not be like us. And on the day that we bought the truck and we thought that we was going to able to park it like around the corner from our house, sadly, when we arrived there, they was not allowing anyone to park. They were pretty much shutting it down. And then this other lot like 15 minutes away, CarMax had bought that. So we were like, literally, like, what did we do? And then we actually found a lot that we parking our truck on and our trailer on right now. But please look into that. Actually start paying for that before you actually get the truck and the trailer. I mean, it's literally sometimes like $150 to $200. Please consider that. I'm telling you, because it's a truck and truck parking is a truck parking shortage. Okay, so who will you use for factoring? There are some really good factoring companies, and I would suggest that you do your homework, and I will post a video on the ones that I really like. Will you self-dispatch or will you use a dispatch service? Who will do your back office? Who's going to do your bookkeeping? Who's going to do your compliance files? Who's going to keep it up to date with all those things? Are you? So those are the things that you need to think about. Step number 6 is obtaining compliance files. The very first thing is getting your US DOT number. And then you need to do your operating authority, where you basically, when you do your authority application, you're going to be applying for your MC and your DOT number. If you are going interstate, meaning that you're going to be traveling to through multiple states, then you're going to go ahead and apply for your MC number. If you solely want to stay inside of your state, then you could get just your US DOT number. But I want to warn you that if you're thinking about ever going out of your state, go ahead and get your MC number. It will just save you a little bit of a hassle when it's time to actually go out of state. Then you're going to have to do your 2290, which is your heavy highway usage tax. It's $550 if you do it before July. Like basically, if you buy your truck in April, it will be prorated. Okay. Then you have to do your IRP. Okay, you're going to have to do your IRP. And that's basically a portion placed to allow you to travel through different states. Then you're going to have to get your IFTA. IFTA is decals. And I'm going to pretty much provide you all with a video to show you what is IFTA decals. So if you are going through different states, then you're going to have an IFTA plan. Some states, like Maryland, do IFTA and IRP separately. So basically, you'll do your IRP application and then you'll do your IFTA. Whereas though in Florida, it's pretty much one set application. Then you're going to do your BOC filings. A BOC filing is where you have registered agents in each state for the purpose of if you had to go to court, and basically say if you're in Maryland and something happened in Tennessee, your agent will represent you and collect information on your behalf. Then you're going to have to do drug testing and the FMCSA clearinghouse. This is pretty much you have to do it. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Make sure that if you are the investor, all your drivers is passed through that system of drug testing and FMCSA clearinghouse. And last but not least, you will need to do your UCR. A UCR is pretty much like $60. And you need to have your UCR. Not all states participate in your UCR. So if you happen to go to UCR.gov and you do not see your state, please select the one that is closer to you. Number 7, you will have to get your truck, your trailer, and your insurance. And you may ask yourself, Destiny, why did you include all of those 3 together? Because it's like one at the same time. I do not advise anyone to go ahead and pay for insurance if you have not already started looking for a truck and a trailer. Because what's going to happen is you're going to actually have to be paying like 2 months, maybe worth of insurance, and you do not have a trailer. You actually need a truck to get your insurance. But we know a lot of the times people use other people's VIN numbers and that's how they attain their insurance. Please do not do that. Just wait. Like us, we only had to pay 1 month of insurance during the time of us getting the truck and attaining our insurance to make our authority active. So I would suggest that, okay, say if you know say if you apply today for your authority, then you know, okay, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be purchasing this truck. On the day that you purchase the truck, that's the day that you want your insurance to go active, okay? And when say if you want to buy a trailer, you need to start looking into, okay, do I want to go drive-in, reefer, step deck? What type of trailer do you want? Because you need to know that prior to you actually going to look. Do some research. And I'm going to be providing different videos to show you all the different types of trailers. Okay, and for insurance, you need $750,000 in auto liability, and you need $100K in cargo. Now, they are the FMCSA requirements to actually get your authority, but most brokers going to require you to have $1 million in auto liability. So go ahead and get the $1 million in auto liability. Now, step 8, it's time to get started.